Hey, good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Friday morning, 7 o'clock, 7:12 actually. We have left the landfill about 20 minutes ago. We're just exiting off of the 303, getting onto this road here. It's called Lake Pleasant Parkway. And then we're going to turn and go on to New River Road. And I thought I'd video across here this early in the morning like this. There is a good chance to encounter the wild burros that live out here. There's a bunch of wild burros that live out here in the desert, and you really got to be paying attention going across this road, especially when it's early morning like this or late in the afternoon coming into evening time. As it starts to get dark, visibility is down a little bit. Those guys are real dark colored, and they can be really hard to see. They get hit, unfortunately, periodically. Those burros get hit going across here. A lot of people in regular cars hit them. Sometimes semi trucks hit them. It's not good for either one. It's gonna kill the burro, and it has killed some of the people that hit them. If they hit them going too fast. So anyway, I just thought I'd video across here, see what's going on this morning, and see if we come across any wild burros on this little trip. It's usually about it's about a 10 or a 15-minute drive all the way across here to get back to I-17 northbound. So we'll just cruise along, something a little bit different instead of being down in the landfill. There's a cement processing plant out here, and that's where this guy in front of me is going. They haul actual cement in the mixer trucks. They haul the dry material in the big tank trucks. They got a lot of stuff they sell out of there. So I've been doing this now for a little over a year. It was a year in October, and it's now December 16th today. So getting pretty used to this. I really like doing what I'm doing here. I love working for this company. I have a lot of freedom. I only work one day a week typically, which is Fridays, and on occasion I'll do a Saturday if I have a day off coming up or something and I want to make up a little bit of extra time, pick up a couple extra loads so that they're not behind when I take a day off. They're always right on the verge of being behind on the trash. So, but along the same lines, I've been thinking about a plan I've been working on. I think what I'm going to do here, I already started myself a little LLC, and excuse me, I'm going to buy a dump trailer, a pretty good sized dump trailer that I can pull behind my pickup, and I'm going to start a little side business for myself where I just haul construction debris, trash, yard cleanups. If somebody needs a load of gravel brought to their house for their driveway, or dirt for their, something they're working on, or mulch or whatever, I'll be able to use that, and maybe just do 1 or 2 runs a week. I have Friday afternoons when I'm not doing this. I have Saturdays, Sundays, and then during the week, if my plan is to like drop off the trailer at a job site or somebody when they're working at their house or whatever, and leave it there for 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever they need, and then I'll just charge them by the load and a certain amount for tonnage, because that's how it would be charged when I take it to the dump, is by the ton. So anyway, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I think that'll be kind of fun. I've always wanted to have a dump trailer anyway. They're so handy. You just always can find uses for those. I'll be able to use it at our church. You know, we have a lot of folks at the church who don't really have the means to do stuff like that. If they have they do once or twice a year, we do big cleanup days where we go out in the community and we help folks that need to get stuff worked on at their house, or get their landscaping all cleaned up, or just haul away debris, whatever, and I'll be able to use it to help out with that. So I think it's going to be kind of cool, and who knows, eventually maybe it'll expand a little bit. I'm just going to start with one dump trailer off the bat. I'll do this in the beginning of the year here, coming up in January, and just kind of see how it goes. And I can always, if I'm, you know, coming up short and I'm not doing enough runs in the dump trailer to cover the cost of the payment for the trailer and the insurance and all that, because I'm going to do this the right way, the legal way. That's why I started an LLC, and I'm going to get a DOT number here in Arizona, and I have to have commercial insurance and all that. So I'm going to stay under 26,000 pounds. You know, I have a CDL, obviously, and so I could go with a heavier weight, but the commercial insurance that's required if you go over 26,000 pounds, even just a little bit, is really pretty extreme, and it will double or almost 2.5 times the amount of the insurance that I would have to pay per month. And again, this is going to be a little part-time deal, so I really can't afford to have a real high insurance payment on top of a payment on the trailer. So that's a little bit restrictive. So anyway, I'm gonna keep it under 26,000 pounds. I'm gonna buy a 14,000 pound rated trailer, and I'll derate it down to 12,000 pounds because my truck is a dually, and it's got a 14,000 pound GVWR. So I have to, those two combined, the GVWR of the truck and the trailer combined, can't be more than 26,000 pounds, and that's going to put me right at 26,000, and so that will work out really good. I've been talking to insurance companies, getting quotes and whatnot, and I think I've got one I can live with. It's reasonable enough. I'm hoping I still might get one that's a little better, but that remains to be seen. Got a little time on that. Some of the quotes take a little longer to come back. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. And of course, my LLC is called Haul and Trash LLC. And I'll probably set up a website and stuff so people can, you know, have a calendar on there so people can book in advance if they want to rent the trailer. I say rent the trailer, I mean for them, I'll drop it off, they fill it up, and then I'll come and get it and haul it to the dump. I'm not going to have other people towing the trailer. It's going to be a gooseneck trailer, so that cuts back on the number of people who could pull it anyway. But it's just, I think from a lot of the other videos I've seen of other guys that do this, their trailers tend to get trashed pretty bad if they let somebody else actually take them to the dump. And I'm pretty careful with my stuff. I'm pretty careful with this truck. I try to be gentle as I go through the landfill and over the rougher terrain, so that's how I'm going to treat my own trailer and my own truck. So anyway, that's my plan, and I'm hoping to do that, like I said, the beginning of January, coming up here pretty soon. I still have to go through the process of getting the DOT number. Even to be under 26,000 pounds, if you're doing commercial, you're getting paid, and you're, you know, doing that towing some kind of vehicle, trailer, whatever, on the roads in Arizona, you have to have a DOT number. Well, you're supposed to, by law. There are a lot of guys, I know there's a lot of the guys that I see running around with little dump trailers and whatnot, and they don't do that. And you know what, I don't blame them. It is kind of burdensome the way they make some of the restrictions and some of the requirements. It makes it very difficult to start a small business. And because, you know, your monthly costs, you're going to have to do a certain number of runs a month just to cover your cost to break even. And so a lot of these guys that just want to do a little bit of part-time work, I don't blame them for kind of flying under the radar. And they're using a little half-ton pickup and a smaller dump trailer, so it's still technically a commercial enterprise and you're supposed to have a DOT number, but I know a lot of them don't. All right, well, that cement truck turned off there to the cement plant, and we'll get on going across the road here, keeping our eyes open for those burros. It's light enough I can see fairly well out in front of me, but like I said, they're very dark colored. They blend in really, really well with their surroundings, and so it's you really got to be paying attention. Don't want to be going too fast across here. I had one, I didn't have my camera on, about 3 weeks ago, and there was a group of them on the side of the road behind a great big bush. I couldn't see them until I was right on them, and a little bitty guy, a little youngster, probably only a few months old, stepped out onto the side of the road and gave me quite a scare. I probably missed him by a foot or less, missed clipping his head with the right front fender of my truck, but I did miss him, and he luckily turned around and headed back off of the road. But I think it gave us both a pretty good start there. That's a heck of a way to wake up in the morning. It was coming around a corner, a curve. In fact, I think it was this curve right here, and I had already been slowing down a little bit. And in these bushes up here, you can see they're close to the side of the road, and those little guys just stepped out, and man, it could have been really bad. It would have been a lot worse for the poor little donkey. He would not have survived that. I think I'd have been fine. It would have bashed up the corner of the truck a little bit. There's a lot of traffic on this road nowadays. A lot of people use it to get back and forth. It's kind of a shortcut to get from New River over into Surprise area. I won't be pulling, when I do this with my little side gig with my little dump trailer, I'm not going to be pulling all the way down here. What I'll do is actually haul the loads into the transfer station that I run out of up in Rimrock. That's only about 30 minutes from my house, and they are one of the better prices for transfer stations around, per ton. Some of them go by strictly by tonnage, and some of them, one of the ones in Cottonwood, they go by volume, like cubic yards. They'll measure your trailer length, width, and height. There's some donkeys right there. Look at that. One little group. So anyway, like I was saying, they measured the length, the width, and the height of your trailer, and that's how they calculate what to charge you. It could be just a load of tree trimmings and whatnot that doesn't really weigh anything, but it's kind of takes up a lot of volume, and they'll charge you 3-4 times more than what it would be doing it by the ton. So I will not be hauling my loads over to that particular transfer station. There's two. One is about 30 minutes away from me that's got probably the best rate, and because it's close. And then there's another one called Gray Wolf on the way over to Prescott, and I believe they charge the same per ton, but that one's about an hour away from my house. So it is open on Saturday, where the one at Rimrock is not. So that I may have to go there a few times, and it'll cost me a little bit more in fuel, but not really too much. So either of those is a good option. in a dire emergency, if there could be such a thing, an emergency to dump a load of trash, where I had to go to the one in Cottonwood, then I would, but I kind of don't really see that ever being the case. If I need to wait a couple of days for one of the other ones to be open or whatever, then that's what I'll do. Well, maybe that one little group of donkeys is going to be all we're going to see out here today. I don't know. We're almost back to I-17. A couple of more little corners right up here. We'll be getting back on the freeway heading up north. We're coming to the junction of New River Road, which is what I'm on, and I-17. You can get on either southbound or northbound right here. We, of course, will be going northbound. Head back up to Rimrock, pick up another load, make another trip down to the landfill. I'll probably make another video on that trip down at the landfill. Now, it's the ones in the morning. I love the early morning time down there. I love it when it's in the dark. It just has kind of a different feel. Everything is a little bit harder to see, and I don't know, I just really like that, but the camera doesn't pick it up so well. So the ones later in the morning, when the sun is up and you have a little bit better visibility, it's better for the audience. You guys that like to watch my videos, you can see a lot better when the sun is up. Well, here we are on the on-ramp, getting on to northbound I-17. See what kind of traffic I got coming. Oh, not much actually. That's good. Easy to get on when the traffic's like that. So anyway, not too eventful with the donkeys. At least we got to see a couple on the road, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, call this one a wrap. Hope it was a little bit enjoyable, chit-chatting across the road. You guys have a good one, and I will catch you later.